debate. To be fair, it was a debate. It wasn't a debacle like last week. I think I'm ready to have some fun. How about you guys? All right. Couple things. I'll probably be streaming late o'clock, usually after 9 on Wednesdays now. Um, yeah, that's really the only announcement. You can also come to my Discord server, talk about whatever, host your own streams there, or put links to your streams there yourself. You can also find at my blog website that I have, firesidestories.blog, that you can find any of my Pathfinder 2 content, a couple of settings, 4th Era and 7 Spheres. I'm going to be continuing to work on those. I'm currently working on a special 2nd edition Pathfinder class. So, for those of you catching me on YouTube, this is an update. For those of you who are live with me, hello! Let's check out our journal. We are a stranger in a strange land. You have found a power regulator. Oh yeah. Before I can go to the corporations. Go figure, right? How's my audio, by the way? Is it doing all right? Should be all right.
I can't possibly cut anyone's hair in the dark. Go ahead. What can I do? Go ahead. Edgewater has been good to me. I am never wanting for work. Not. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most...
Destruction of Spacer's choice property. What's that for dice? Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn him off his teeth. Eugene had full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. There, is that wiggling your eyebrows? Alright, I think I now have one. There you go.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, can you tell me?
You know about Eugene? How?
I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
No.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure you won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
Okay, so the town never had to pay a penalty?
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
So, what you're saying is you covered up a suicide. Is that what I'm getting? Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Yeah. All right. Well, small grave matter attended to morbidly, but hey, that's what happens when you're dealing with graves. All right. Transition. Lots and lots of buttons. So thank you again for joining me. And what did I do? Buttons. There we are. So yeah, thank you again for joining me this live stream return. And if you're joining me on YouTube, well, welcome back to Early Days Part 2. All right. Good. Satisfied? Why does that happen? No. No. If I don't have any guns popping up on the screen, the first thing I do is hello, Silas.
Don't see the sense in all this fussing over the power. Cannery shutting down just means I'll have more bodies to bury.
Hey, help us use it.
You run into any trouble?
No. I'm over like paperwork fees.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
That was something for
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Abernathy was trying to hide his illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew?
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
That's all for now. Alright, let's... And we have where is this? Geothermal power plant, that's right. Let's go there. Adrena time. Twice the speed, half the price. Be a better you with Adrena time. God, these ads remind me so much of like, well, leading up to the 50s, you know, what was it? Fable 3 had all those advertisements posted all over. This kind of feels the same. Also, the moon guy looks like, he looks worse than I do. I need to go talk to the boss man and try and convince him to move to the gardens, wherever that was, the botanical gardens, I think. Anyway, I think that was the better option, considering that she's trying to grow actual healthy food while the cannery is just churning out space spam, space tuna spam. That, excuse me. Robots working in a hacker. I'm actually surprised they let me do this. Sprats! Sprats. So, I found out that you can later run into one of these sprats. Giant sprats. Pretty cool. There we are. Security chief for this place. Like I said, I'll probably do things slightly differently than I did if I'm doing my offline game, my off stream. So we'll find out what we do. Cool, might be the same person. I am a creature of habit. This is the Adreno, Magpix. I just discovered Magpix. Dozens of codexes. Let's get your book, buddy. So, I am working on a modern setting called the Seven Spheres. Just doing a brief explanation depiction of it. Basically, 7 different realms, 6 traditions of magic, with a 7th possible working out the kinks of it. I'll be running hopefully 1 in 5th edition and 1 in 1st edition Pathfinder, or 5th edition D&D, 2nd edition.
Great work.
Ooh, workbench. What I'm hoping to do with that is that one of the realms is kind of the focal point, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be Cyberpunk meets, or Shadowrun meets Final Fantasy. That's the one thing. And with that, I was wondering what kind of adventure I was going to do. And this game is actually giving me a lot of inspiration, so you never know what I'm going to do. I'm not saying that I'm going to be using any direct ways. It's giving me ideas to build water dungeons. This geothermal place is an excellent example. Oh, hey, there's some. This is the end. There'll be a creepy NPC down at the bottom of this weird geothermal pipe. Actually, you can I'm finding is that there's inspiration there when it comes to stuff like this game and Fallout even, you know. You look at the layouts, how they're built, the vaults rather, the ruins, and the navigates. Actually, not too different from D&D dungeons. The difference is just the technology level. And the fact that, you know, for the most part, when you're running around here, you're running around with, thank you, Mayor, for that. How's that sound? Sound a little better? Thank you for that. Alright, what else? Return back and... what was I doing? Oh, yes, I've got 2 little side quests here. Hey, welcome. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for following. Now, we have anthracillin on the screen. Antibiotics, good for all that ails you. Anticleos, better than nature. Advertisements. Although I do admire the aesthetics of, you know, calling back to the turn of the century, turn of the last century, not the millennium. That could be taken weirdly. I found all the volumes, so I can either return there or I can go there. Let's go to the Robot Die real quick. Oop, come on, you. Okay, I'm on. There we are. To the Edgewater landing pad. As I was saying, I've noticed that when you take a look at this game or games like Fallout, for example, these kind of modern, more modern settings, even the Final Fantasy series, those and like Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, you can really interchange a lot of aspects and concepts. That's one thing that I hope to do in my own settings and adventures. Hello, Ludwig Miller. Can we not stand in? Hey, Ludwig. Thank you.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
Right, so you mentioned a logic module. I found one.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Shock stick and bit cartridges. Take care. And one last bit of fast traveling. I'm gonna go ahead and do the freight engineer. Ah! You botanical gardens. I had some trouble with that earlier. Alright. Ooh, canids. That reminds me, I should probably start doing some home brewing of the monsters here. One of these days. That'll be coming up on ahead one of these days. With this one, I am literally just starting, but I haven't... Oops. Yeah, that's fine. I have another save where I'm actually on Monarch. I'm near the end of that one. So right now, this part is just like doing, you know, getting all the books back.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
As it turns out, today's your lucky day, Thomas. I have one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1 first.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
A whole computer from a potato. Okay. I got more for you, buddy.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Easy, easy. Part 2.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Aw, well, thank you. Hold on.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal
The
plant.
geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Alright. Well, I should go, and we're gonna get back to the unreliable. Though if anyone ever, if I run a Starfinder game and any of you name it unreliable, I will hunt you down. Unless you're at my table game, then I'll just throw popcorn at your face. You know, despite how far I've gotten with the second save, the other game, I have never seen a tossball game. I'm kind of curious. It kind of looks like those, what are those? Like toss stick games. The weird little, like, you have the handle and have the little cup hook thing that you use to sling the ball and the other person tries to catch it with it. That's what it reminds me of. I actually had a dream about that.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine,
Yeah.
belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing to keep you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'm glad to have you along. Pick your cabin.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
You know, for a Ray Punk era style ship, it's not too bad. Opens says Vicar.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Oh, good, yeah. Party takes this room. Ooh, workbench. I always forget that I have a workbench here. Okay, let's see here. I got a bunch of useless stuff that I am going to turn into scrap. Ooh. You're scrap. You're scrap. Yeah, you're scrap. You're scrap. You're scrap. You're scrap. You're scrap. Blade on a stick. Blade on a stick. So, we are going to repair all my current equipment. Which apparently I do not have enough weapons or weapon parts. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so worker's outfit. Break it down. Yeah, I'm gonna store some of this stuff because I am a pack rat. You can ask anyone in RPG that know my RPG gaming.
Easy.
Stuff. Well, I guess I will find out or be able to sort this out too.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Oh.
What can I do for you, Captain?
The power
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Of course I know. 'Cause
Outstanding,
I have
Captain.
engineering skills.
Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Alright, I'll be back. I'll put my gun away because I really don't need to have my gun out for this. And we are going to put the power regulator in. Either that's some crappy engineering, or really they want you to make hard choices. Or the game just GM hates his players, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Alright.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Ada, I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Sweet. Let's get out of here. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Like I said, I do admire the aesthetics. Personally, I'm more steampunk or cyberpunk, but this game does make me feel good for giving corporations the middle finger, you know. Alright, so we're going to do a short stream for now, and we will be...
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Oh, good. I've been waiting to hear from him. After all, he did just hibernate.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Oh, no, not yet, not yet. I'm not leaving yet. I'll be leaving at about 9 o'clock, unfortunately. I've been feeling lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Black marketing outfit. Can't I land outside somewhere, Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly.
That's a fair point. That's fine. I'll go. I'll have a word. Although, how about this, Gladys? How do I know I can trust her?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Got it, Phineas. Fine, I'll go have a word with her.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Okay. I'll put it to good use. Spoon. I'll put it to good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie.
Yeah.
The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Let's go. And up the... Oh, great. I can store stuff now. We're going to put my old hibernation suit. I'm going to put these fancy special weapons in here. As well as that. And we're good. Yeah, at 9 or so... 9, I'll be, taking off for the night and, this game next week. But for now... let us go see our holographic shroud. Holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off-limited, off-limits due to unauthorized personnel, and otherwise result in being attacked on site. And, oh yeah, I will leave because, oh, no, wait, there is a side quest in the logs. Shrink Ray. to self, remember this later. No, better Ada, reminding me weekly. Check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, not Ada. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. What would you even ask me that? Back to my point, I saw in actuality with my own two eyes, subliminally powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there, for the taking. The gray hair were looking away, or forgot about it, maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of the other scientists who dared push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons, like this one, weapons that push boundaries of the mind and science cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying on the eyes of Wells' Shrinkway firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. Alexander Hawthorne. This one's for the Power Hammer. Hammer Power. The last time I got sloshed, I was about being the last hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free at the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mordreds yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us heard that one before, but here's the good part. The Mordred said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. And Black Market leads. Why won't Wells just give me the shrink ray? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Woof. Let the record show, I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglect and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said he wasn't ready yet, and even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What's that mean? I ask? That I'm not worthy or trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some moral psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to other of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip hold true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. A couple messages for Alex. Hawthorne's unread messages. You Bedford, I forgot see me. I'm mailing a copy of my favorite serial, Space Adventures with Singularity Steel. It's all about dashing space pirate with the heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly border-proof, so don't you go sharing around to your space other buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to certain someone are intentionally intentional. Yep. And yeah. Let's get back to the fun. Several weapons of the void. Weapons from the void, they call it. Alright. Now, to the heart of the title of the episode that I've given it, since I know where I'm going now. The Groundbreaker. Let's break some ground, shall we? Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain at home or at work. Oh, excuse me.
Station reached. The Groundbreaker.
Thank you. There's a phone.
Can we talk?
Yeah, sure, Pavarti.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure, we could over an engineer now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
I mean...
Did you want to talk about something else?
Not right now. Break time's over. And we're gonna... I will admit that. Excuse me again. Anywho, here's the groundbreaker. Interesting name, interesting design too. I kind of like it. Looks like a couple of those classic sci-fi novel covers, you know? Big old ship with oftentimes pointy things sticking out of it. That looks like the groundbreaker. Those are other ships. Okay. So. Wow. You know, this happens on occasion. My brain just falls out. Here we are.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Woo. Yeah, let's avoid meltdowns.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Alright. Let's get going, guys. Nice gun. And we're going to give you a... Oh, right. Fly. Alright, there's that one, and I have summary, factory worker, conveyor operator. Did I pick mechanic? I don't remember. Duress has one level, merchant skills. God, I don't remember. Boards neutral, sublords neutral, monarchs neutral, iconoclasts neutral, groundbreakers neutral. Deserters are veering, and the spacer's choice are understanding. Does that mean some crispy?
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along. I'm in the middle of a situation. If you could move along, I'd be obliged.
Don't go telling him where to step. Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second, shut the hell up. Don't think I won't detain you again.
I am going to... I will be right back momentarily. We are back. You look like you got enough problems. Mind if I have a word with the kid?
Hey, knock yourself out. Or him, if you're so inclined.
Whatever you heard, it's all true.
I just met you. I'd like to hear your side.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh boy.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me. Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. Mordred.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh. See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll be seeing him, I think, at some point. Alright. Now let's get up here. Stevedores and, wanted, Phineas V. Wells, for various crimes and violations of board policy, including any or all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, and destruction of board property.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Ah, that is. Macred. Wanted Gunnar Macred, wanted dead or alive. Captain Gunnar Macred for several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Sounds like a charmer. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning Macred's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Good to know. Okay. I'm not even going to touch that subject. That's
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Okay, yeah. Customs. Let's talk to the customs guy.
Identification, please.
There you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
Oh.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
I take it back. I'm not Hawthorne. This ain't my ship.
Oh, thank the law. I could use a diversion. Tell me more, then. Really sell it to me.
Hawthorne had your crash. I took a ID so I could fly the ship.
Not fond of that story. It lacks dazzle. What else have you got?
Captain Hawthorne abducted me and made me work on a ship for free. I'm a prisoner. Help.
I like where this is headed. What happened to this, vile kidnapper?
Fuck. He's dead.
You must feel terrific. Good for you.
So, how do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Well, great. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Looking for someone named Gladys?
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
That was oddly open. Seems like there's some tension between the board and ground.
You noticed, huh?
I'm sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Yeah. Why can't the Groundbreaker and board just work together? Actually, no. We're gonna go this end. I'm glad it terrifies them. The bastards keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips.
Fair
We
point.
push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
I mean, they could just go to
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Oh, so far. Well, see you around.
Be seeing you.
Alright, let's get a little bit of a move on. So, mostly... the next session is hopefully a little less role-playing and a little more combat. At least that's how it goes sometimes. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm going to do a quick level up here. Looks like most of my stuff is in tech. Yeah, I'll throw a little bit in tech. We'll also throw quite a bit into range stuff because I like my range. And defense. And dialogue. Always important to have some dialogue. And the last two in leadership. Alright. Now I am leaving. Thank you all again. XP for my companion kills perk. Thank you all again for joining me this evening for an awesome adventure. And we will see you again definitely next Wednesday. Probably actually starting about this time, maybe an hour later. All things depending. I am again the Top Hat Mage, and I will say thank you for joining us on this adventure of the Airship of Awesomeness. We will see you next time. Bye.